Casey, just what did you see from that Georgia offense and their offensive line, and how they kind of took you guys out of the middle of the field?
Yeah, I mean, those type of games are always tough when they stop running inside the box. As a D lineman, you just got to find ways to make plays, and that's either by chasing the ball down on the outside or getting to the quarterback or putting your hands up in the passing lanes as fast as you can. It was a tough game to be a D lineman just because of how much they ran perimeter and quick passes. But we got to find better ways to execute and especially get into plays, even if it's like on the outside of the box or downfield.
As a unit, at least at the D-line specifically, what do you feel like you came away from Saturday by way of any answers, anything that you guys put on film that you feel like was going in a positive direction, things that you didn't know that you now know compared to fall camp?
Yeah, I mean, I think what we put out there is kind of it's a tough game to really evaluate that just because of the style of play Georgia was rolling with. I think the couple plays that we were able to, they did drop back. I think we did good job getting pressure on them. And then when they did run in the box, they ran in the box a little early. I think we did a good job stopping that, and then they decided to go perimeter on us. So there's always stuff you can take away. Coach T always says good, better, best, and that's kind of something we strive for in the D-line room is seeing what we did good, how to make it better, and then what's the best way to do it. So every game, that's kind of what we do as a D-line. We come in, we debrief, and we find out ways to get better.
This is another team that wants to throw the ball quickly. How do you counteract that as a defensive lineman?
Yeah, we gotta know that they're going to throw the ball quick. That means we got to get our hands up. This quarterback, he's really good in the pocket. He can run and he can throw. So it's staying in your pass rush lanes, keeping them in the trap, keeping them in the pocket, and just doing your job. And like I said, get your hands up because there's a lot of opportunities to bat down passes. And we got to take the things that we did last week and that maybe we didn't do good enough, and we got to be able to do it this week. So I'm really excited for this challenge, and I'm excited to be in Autzen and do our good, better, best.
Last week, a tough environment to play in. This week, you're playing in front of your home crowd. How is the team feeling?
Yeah, I think the team's very excited. It wasn't like an all crap thing when we lost. It was how can we fix this? What can we do to get better? And I really liked how the team responded to that. A lot of teams might be down in the dumps for a couple days after that type of loss, but not this team. We were back to work the next day. And it shows out in practice on Monday, Tuesday, and today. We want to fix this. That's not Oregon style football. So we're ready to come out and really show our style of football and get this thing turned around.
Dan talked a lot about your identity, like finding your identity on both offense and defense. What do you want to show fans this weekend about that identity?
Yeah, I think our identity wasn't very well showed in that Georgia game, and I think this is a perfect opportunity to show our style of football on both sides of the ball. Defense, we got to play physical, we got to dominate the box, we got to get to the quarterback, and we got to play physical, and that's every game. But I think that's the identity we really want to show is we're not that team that played down in Atlanta, and we're much better than that. And I think we're going to have a great opportunity to show that this weekend.
You and Jordan both transfer here from Nebraska, but then you guys first starting on the defensive line in Oregon's first game. Just what was that moment like to line up next to him?
It was cool. Jordan and I had obviously taken very similar paths to get here. We've known each other for a while, and we've played with each other for a while. So to finally to get here, to get through camp, and to line up with him to start was, I think that was his first career college start. So I think that to share that moment with him, just because I've seen everything he's kind of went through and all the work he's had to put in, it was a pretty special moment for us. But the moment's only as cool as the outcome. So we got to be able to, it would be cooler if we got to share that moment and win. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what we're up to this weekend, and we're excited. It's behind us. It was a cool moment, but we're on to the next.
Coming in as a transfer, you obviously had an idea of what a game day as a Duck would be like. Is there anything that stood out to you throughout that process, or anything that you remember specifically about that day outside of the game?
As a vet, you kind of there's things that the team does together that were obviously new, different stuff, like different meetings and stuff like that. But as a vet, you kind of know what you got to do to get yourself ready for a game. That's something I was able to do within the schedule of Coach Lanning's pregame scheduled meetings and stuff like that. So the whole game day environment that was a really cool environment down there. I personally like going into enemy territory like that. I mean, it was supposed to be a neutral site, but it's it was pretty cool to come out of the tunnel and see how much red was there, but then see our green up in the stands too. So it was pretty cool. But yeah, no, just to answer your question, as like I said, as an older guy, you kind of know how to get yourself ready for games in environments like that. So that's kind of just a typical game day for me.
How would you describe the tenor or just the intensity of practice this week?
Like I said earlier, when we got home from that game, it wasn't all crap. We just lost. It was, all right, let's get this right. Let's fix it. Let's flip this thing around. And it's just been like that the whole week. It's things that maybe would have been not correct like right away are now being corrected. Even the little things like maybe taking a false step or something like that, because we got to be perfect. And that's what we strive for, is being dominant and being the best on the field. So to do that, we got to be on top of each other.
How much of that is player-led, stepping up, and whether it's the player himself who makes the mistake, wanting to do that again, or a leader stepping up, hey, we got to do this right?
I think it's everyone within the program. I think it's player-led and coach-led. I think everyone knows what we got to do, and everyone's prepared for all the things you have to do to be able to be that good. So it goes everywhere. It's everywhere within the building. It's that's not, like I said, that's not Oregon football, what we just played down in Georgia, and we're ready to get that right.
Casey, how does having Jordan and Tony as your coach help you get transferred into this program, get comfortable?
Yeah, it's really comforting. It's transferring is not easy. It was not as easy as I thought it was going to be, but having those guys there, it made it a lot easier than it would have been, especially with Coach T. He knows how I am on game day. I know his language. I know exactly what he expects. And then having Jordan there is just a friend, a familiar face, who knows exactly what I'm going to do, and I know what he's going to do. So it's comforting, but we got to be able to mesh that with everyone else too. So it's pretty cool. Like I said earlier, it was pretty cool to I was in a different color jersey, but with the same guys. You know what I mean? So that was exciting, and it makes it that much easier to have those guys there to really get in the mode to play.
What are some of the differences playing in Nebraska and now playing at Oregon?
It's just different faces, different scheme. When like I said earlier, when you're a vet, you kind of know what to prepare for, what to expect. That was really my first time playing an SEC team. I was really excited to be able to play a team like that, and I think everyone was. So it's pretty similar to game days at Nebraska. Maybe a little different atmosphere-wise, but the good players usually have a good schedule leading up to the game, and that's what we just kept on that schedule so we could be ready to play.